Hello everybody, my name is Thea, Fotia, and welcome to Shadows Over Loathing. We last left off in here about to uncurse this hat that I'm wearing. The terribly cursed fedora is what I'd like to uncurse today. No sooner have you sat down than the machine, with a hiss, positively lifts the fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around in there angrily like a snake in a cement mixer, and after a good loud minute, flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever honest energy you once possessed the cursed hat is gone. It is now simply a terrible hat. You got an item, uncursed fedora. But the curse itself still lives, transfixed as a dream-like construct within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of the curse? See, curses are like energy, Thea. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newton? Isaac Newman? Newton? Newton Newman. Yeah. That machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself, but as for how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher consciousness spiritualist stuff. Don't know much about that. I'm more of a Newton Newman sort of guy. The fedora's curse bounces around the innards of this machine, daring you to come and project your consciousness inside. Sounds safe. I'll do it. Why am I in this thing with an axe? A portal to another world. It is open, but the work here is not yet done. Fedora Reserve. I heard thy death car, creature. Rest now, I will find thy murder. A tree fell before its time, a ground stained with sin. Yes. Et in Arcadia ego, even in Arcadia there's death. Yes. Even in paradise there's a killer. Thou know who I am and why I am here. I, Cutter. There has been a Mord. What knoweth thou of Mord? That I did not do the Mord. Sorry, I've been saying that wrong. That I did not do the Morde. And that is all. What mo have thee for me? Only this. I am one of three brothers. One of us always tellins the truth. One of us always lies, and the third of us does not speaking at all but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is no thing I can do to save thee. Aye, Cutter, thou art servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. Blessed be. Let's talk to you. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest, and it has made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin? None of us is without sin, but mine do not run to murder. Then whose? Look for my brother. Lead me not astray. Nay, I serve the wood as thee. Thy brother speakens of three brothers. This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin' in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin' since then? No, sire. Something is rotten in the woodcutter. I murder. With the preservations at its source, speak to me of perversions. I have nothing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tellin me? I am troubled by the mortar, but of it I know no thing. I warn thee, my forgiveness makes no room for liars. Thou wilt do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. Thy brothers, speaking of three brothers, I do not honkin' squire, I swear it upon it, never hast thou, O honkin', never, 'tis a sin in mine eyes. Long may the leaves grow. Speaking to the first tree, thou lie about honkin'. What say? Thy brothers honkin' not. Thou wast lie to the cutter of the wood. Thou wast do murder in the wood. Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought only to distract in thee whilst I make my grand escape. Goodbye, cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Thou do not run. Nay, I grow in 100 years I will hath grown so tall and strong, thine axe will never fall in me, But I will not wait 100 years. Die, mortar. But this is not fair. Big rod in the wood today, Cutter. And, wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the formerly terrible cursed fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued the starchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Hat upgrade. Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of gal who goes around wearing a fedora. I like it. Nice hat. How'd it go? It worked, I guess? Great, what was it like? I had some kind of crazy dream. There was a woodcutter. That was me, I guess, and these talking trees, and one of them had sinned. You know what? Never mind. Some kind of crazy dream is plenty for me. Okay, good. Gabby has readiness for action. Still a brick wall. I'm gonna open that door one day. See if anybody wants to play. Anybody want to play chess? Not me, never learned. Jessica? Sure, sit down and play.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. That would make sense.
I'll play white. Jessica moves a king, captures one of your knights. How do you respond? Fianchetto a rook. Jessica chuckles. Well darn. Jessica advances one of her rooks. What's your play? Defend your pawn with a bishop. Jessica suppresses a laugh. Crap. Fianchetto a king. Rats. Checkmate. Well played. I don't get this. Do a night. Jessica looks pretty busy. How is this helping find Murray? Hey Jessica, not to disrupt the importance of collecting these weird artifacts or anything, but I'm worried about Uncle Murray. How is this helping find him? Oh, I guess I didn't really explain that. See, the Technotron 1000 is new. We only really got it running after Murray disappeared. He always searched out artifacts in more hands-on ways. Research, networking, following rumors, that kind of thing. The last artifact he went after, it could be basically anywhere, but the Technotron only detects the nearest artifact. I see. So if you figure we let them up in order, eventually we'll get at the one that he was looking for. Right. I wish to hell he'd left a note about where he was going. But I guess he either thought it was too dangerous and didn't want us following, or he just rushed off all excited like a kid in a toy store. That's Murray for you. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. That letter from Marco Murray was a real surprise. I didn't read it. What did it say, actually say? Basically, he just asked if I could come visit him because he needed help with something big and he knew I had an adventuresome spirit. Haha, adventuresome spirit. Yeah, that's Murray, alright. Haven't seen him in ages. I mean, I only ever saw him at Crimbo, and sometimes he came with us when we went camping in the summer, but after I moved out to go to college, we kind of lost touch except for birthday cards. But you dropped everything to come see him? I wasn't carrying anything of value. To see crazy Uncle Murray again? Of course! Does he still do that trick where he pulls 5 meat out of your ear? What? Ew? Yeah, it was super gross. I loved it when I was 10. Well, I bet he'll do it for you if you ask him. If you can find him. Yeah, here's hoping. Leave her alone. Your room. It's a big, empty room. Lots of empty space here. I didn't read all that. Television set, you've heard of these. Fortunately, no shows have been invented yet. It's a shelf for knickknacks and talks. Take a look. There's an old ragdoll on the shelf. Must have been left by the previous tenant. Walk away from the shelf. Simple writing desk with no chair or pens or paper or anything. Finally, time to get unpacked and get some sleep. Ah, what the heck? You stamp out the flame. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything? Everything except, bizarrely, the stamp from Murray's letter. The stamp from Murray's letter wrote you as the only souvenir of your luggage in Freya. It's got a picture of a cute dog on it. Weirdly, it isn't even charred, examined. Curious, the postmark says 18 April 1906, even though Jessica said she mailed the letter only a couple of weeks ago. You're very ready for this day to be over. Go to sleep. Let's check something real quick. Okay. It's a poster of my favorite literary ghost. Lots of people in this hallway. It seems. Talk to one of them. Hello? How's it going? Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's alright. I'll figure it out eventually. Nice faces you got. In there. Nope. Investigate. Check the first one. You open the first locker, a real thriving colony of ants. Check the second one. The second locker is full of peanut butter. Third locker contains a tiny shrine to Babe Ruth. Fourth locker is empty. Fifth locker is filled with cookbooks, but they're all in French. Sixth locker opens onto the vast, uncaring emptiness of space. You slam it shut quickly so as not to suffocate. There isn't a seventh one. I said check the seventh one! There are only 6 lockers. Check the 7th one now. Okay, jeez. You look in the 7th locker. It's filled with old school papers. Look at the papers. They've all got your name on them. They're your papers. Read one. How I Spent My Summer by Thea, age 6. This summer I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray is funny. He knows magic. I had a fun time with Uncle Murray. The end. Look under the papers. Underneath the paper, the pile of school papers you find, you got an item. Overdue library book. Leave. Okay. How's it going? I know which one's yours. I think the third one. Fourth one. Our founder, Brainworth Gravanculus the third. This lady looks friendly. Talk to her. Hello there, you must be. She flips through the book on her desk. Ah, here we are. Fotia. Thea Fotia. I know I am, but who are you? I'm your academic advisor. It's time for you to choose your class, but I dropped out. In real life, certainly. You must, however, choose a class. Oh, I get it. This is where I pick a character class? Now then. It looks like there are 3 classes for you to choose from. The advanced kicking you throw in, this class for pig skinners. Then we have overview of curd conjuring. This is a class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This course for jazz agents. I want to be a cheese wizard. As trained chef Magi, cheese wizards use their intellect and mentality to accomplish their goals in combat. They wield hard elemental cheeses to damage their foes and soft, soothing cheeses to heal themselves and their allies. Let me think about it. What about jazz agent? Masters of signification and improvisation, jazz agents use their rhythm and moxie to move through the world in style. In combat, they attack with subtlety, weakening their enemies over time and stacking the odds in their favor over time. I like this one. But let's see what the first one has. As accomplished athletes, pig skinners use their muscle to solve problems. In combat, they prefer the direct application of physical force, punctuated by giving the occasional noogie. Jazz agent sounds good. Alright, you're a jazz agent. The name's Fotia. Thea Fotia. Now then, there's just the minor matter of your minor. It looks like you've already completed it, but it doesn't say what you studied in. I minored in the psychology of rocks. Psychologist, so you know a lot about rocks and gems and their hopes and dreams on second thought. In cryptobotany. And then, cryptobotanist, so you're an expert in all manner of plant-based arcana? Actually, no. My minor was applied in psychology, so you're an expert on the bugs and the birds and the bees and such? No. I minored in cryptobotany. I like that one. Yep. Cryptobotanist perk. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. Her, how do I do that? She smiles and points at the door on the right side of the screen. I mean the right side of the dream. Just to the door. Thank you. You're dreaming, so it probably isn't safe to look too closely at any character sheet right now. If you say so. The only way to interact with your inventory during a dream is if you had convinced Freddy to hold it for you at the exact moment you went to sleep. I did that though. No, you didn't. I did. I asked Freddy to hold all my stuffs and he said yes. You don't even know Freddy. Fine. You caught me. Basic humanity. Haunted. Don't worry. It will find you soon enough. Gather crafting ingredients from plants. I have 30 XP. Strong back. 1 muscle. Quick wit. Fashion sense. Your moxie helps you look cool. Wanted to say, how'd you sleep? Wait, why are you still wearing those wet clothes? All my other clothes burned up in a freak luggage fire. Aw, geez, that's weird and unfortunate. You seem less surprised by it than I would expect. We kind of gotten accustomed to weird and unfortunate stuff happening around here. You could pick out some clothes from the shop out front, if you don't mind looking like someone's dusty old grandma. I'll be alright. Thanks anyway. Well, once you've got the sleep out of your eyes, I've got another mission for you. Another cursed thing? Yeah, I've had my eye on it for a while, but it keeps moving around. Mostly the readings put it at a local speakeasy, or at the back of an alley at the other end of the block. The artifact isn't there right now, but that's where I'd start looking. You might be able to pick up some clues. Okay, what am I looking for? It appears to be a watch of some kind, a pocket watch or maybe a wristwatch, I can't be certain. A watch in the speakeasy in the alley. Got it. Anything else? You'll need the password for the speakeasy. It's fiddlesticks. Also, let me give you this to-do list. It's enchanted to always show you whatever's written on the chalkboard here. You got an item. To-do list. Pretty neat trick. Here's some meat for expenses too. The army surplus next door should have anything you need in case things get rough. They always do. They always will. To do. Okay. Okay, so nothing changed. Chapter 1! Welcome to Ocean City. Can I die again? Oh, I can't die. Whatever, fine. Ooh, dangling bags for army stuff. A proprietor stands behind the counter. Dubious grenades. This is a lot of ordnance for a civilian shelf. You'd think there'd be a law against this kind of thing. Nearly dozens of nearly identical books about nearly identical rifles. Introduce yourself. Hi there, my name is Thea. Hello, fellow war enthusiast. I'm Herschel. Herschel Wood. Heck yeah, war. Herschel's expression did change. Can I interest you in some fine historical memorabilia? Ask you about the dubious grenades. Oh, they're probably fine. Why doesn't the box say fine grenades then? He looks at the grenades and sends, say, how'd you like to do some field research? Sure, why not? He hands you a bunch of grenades. You got an item. Dubious Cola Wars grenade. Just try them out next time you get in a fight. And when you're all done, come back and let me know how it went. Okay? See what's for sale. Cola Wars ration cigarettes. Can you believe they used to issue cigarettes to soldiers? And that they still do and probably will for like 50 more years? Bad for you to spend what the radioactive has to say. A helmet. A simple helmet for a complicated time. The reason they call it a haversack is because it helps you have things. Okay. Dented bugle. It's like they say, a broken bugle still plays reveille twice a day. Since swords are largely decorative in modern warfare, you'd think they'd make them out of better materials. Expired seltzer. This seltzer is on the verge of exploding. Okay. This book taught Cold War soldiers that although words can never hurt an enemy combatant, extremely loud orchestra noises definitely can. Grants a combat skill. Orchestra strike. Government issued sardines. The expiration date on these has been scraped off, probably because it's so far in the future that people would be too distracted by the ideas of flying cars to actually eat the sardines. Vile smelling salts. You study the wars in which the army uses controversial music to demoralize visit injured enemy soldiers. It's kind of funny what counters controversial music when the manual is written. You got a skill, orchestra strike. There's an appendix full of charts and frequencies, and which bones they'll shatter if you play them loudly enough. You can memorize them if you took time. If you do, not now. Overdue library book. Spent the last 12 years and 50 weeks feeling slightly guilty about not returning it. You didn't feel like reading it when you were in grade school, and you don't feel like reading it now. Kitty, come here. I've food for you. New cat friend. Cleeple immediately wakes up, devours the entire can, and then purrs as she licks the remaining oil from your fingers. Looks like you made a new friend. You can now pet Cleeple to receive a boon. Please pet her now. You give her a nice scritch and she purrs as she goes back to sleep. You gain, in effect, Cleeple's boon. +1 physical armor. Nice. This alley is where Jessica said the speakeasy was. I want to go over here first. Look under the welcome mat. What about 4 locks? In the daylight, it's clear this bank has been closed for some time. The door to the bank is fastened with 3 locks. That is the maximum possible level of security. What about 4 locks? In 1928, 4 lock systems are dismissed as unachievable liberal fantasy. Look under the welcome mat. Not a bad idea. But if you're going to lift the welcome mat, you need to know what you're looking for. Do I? How much stuff can be under a welcome mat? Just a key to the bank's front door. As it turns out, the security at this place is inconsistent. You got an item, bank key. Use the key. The door's locks are molded in the monstrous mugs of the great hound Cerberus, 3-headed guardian of the underworld's banking sector. Each of the 3 heads has a name: Flax, Metaphon, and Sneaky Pete, and a keyhole deep in its maw. Unlock Sneaky Pete. That's strange. The key turns over and over in the lock, but nothing happens. Something sneaky about this Pete, alright. The key fits in alright, but it's a labyrinth in the cylinder. You turn and hear click after click, but nothing. The head of Flax lets the key in easily enough, but offers up incredible resistance when you try to turn it. Hercules would have to use all 12 laborers just to get this thing going. Leave the door alone. Oh, hold on. New! Frisco Frights. This morning at 5:12 Pacific Standard Time, the city of Frisco was rocketed by a massive earthquake, the magnitude of which science has not yet agreed upon a method of measuring. The initial death toll is estimated as much as 500, though that number will certainly rise due to the fires currently raging around the city. There have also been strange, scattered reports from witnesses who claim to have observed unusual phenomena such as beams of black light, subsonic laughter, and soul-rending nightmares. Though our editors wish to point out that Frisconians are known for their fondness of psychedelic intoxicants. You're really starting to enjoy doing this kind of research. You got a new perk. news hound. You gain extra XP for learning new things from the newspaper archive. You weave between various trash cans and piles of uncanned trash until you reach a serious-looking door. Knock. A little panel slides open near the top of the door, and narrow wood eyes regard you through it. Password: Fiddlesticks. Okay, come in, but you better not be a pro-y. I'm not Scout's Honor. This guy loves hitting those spoons together. A milky-eyed sot. Talk to him. He turns his head towards you and smiles. This spittoon has been placed at a really challenging height. Maybe you can ask the bartender about it. Oh my god. Talk to him. He looks up as you approach, but doesn't stop shaking. Hello, he grins. Hello, baby. Welcome to Oliver's place. My name's Thea. Whatever you say, baby. Are you Oliver? Oh, heck no. I'm Fancy Dan, the cocktail man. Pleased to meet you, Dan. Hey, do you happen to know what time it is? Perhaps you have a watch on you? Sorry, babe. The only one around here who carries a pocket watch is the owner, Oliver Gluck. And he left about an hour ago to pick up the last shipment of hooch. From who? From whom, baby? Before I was Fancy Dan the cocktail man, I was Fancy Dan the English teacher. Sorry, from whom? From the mob guys we always get it from. Whither went Oliver? Fancy Dan smiles. The refrigerator factory, I see. How do I get there? Dan grabs a cocktail napkin and hands it to you. Thanks. Oh, haha, wrong napkin. Here. He takes the napkin back, and grabs a different one with a couple of icons scrawled on it. Take the napkin. Mapkin. You got an item. Ocean City napkin map. As you take the napkin, Dan points at one of the icons on it. We're here behind Murray's store on Plunkett Street. So if you go out of the alley and then head straight for the edge of the napkin, you can't miss the factory. Location locked. Plunkett Street, location locked. Fridge factory. You now have a map of the area. You can open it by hitting the map button on your controller. Thanks, Dan. Don't mention it, baby. Want a drink for the road? First one's on the house. Sure. What do you have to drink around here? Beer. I'll have a beer then. Excellent choice. Keep things simple. The bartender pours you a beer. Bottoms up. You drink the beer. You had better beer, but you've definitely had worse. Bottoms up. Leave. Ask Dan about it. Hey Dan, your spittoon is kind of inconvenient. Nah, baby, the spittoon isn't for spinning. And it's gone and out of style now that mass-produced cigarettes are readily available anyway. No, that's a bona fide historical artifact. What, really? That's right. Belonged to a famous adventurer named Frisco just before the turn of the century. Really? Who? Well... Oh no. Well, nobody's exactly sure. A lot of people think it belonged to Mumfler Frumplethink. It's a strong theory because if there's one thing we know about that cat, it's that he loves spittoons. But other people say it belonged to a fellow by the last name of the Therian Lion. And a lot of people claimed it belonged to a whole lot of other people. But there's one thing we know for sure about this platoon. Whoever's it is, they didn't use it for spitting into, they wore it as a hat. What? Ew, gross. Haha, right? They sure got into some weird stuff back then. Yeah, no kidding. Speak easy, friend. Don't bother him, he's bouncing. This guy doesn't care about anything except the bass line. This lady seems to be dancing a different song than the other people. This guy has been infected with Charleston fever. There's a door here. Open it. It won't budge. It must be barred from something on the other side. The player piano thrills the tune. These people are obviously on first date and you shouldn't bother them. This lady is making ethereal music with spirit-filled glasses. It's weirdly responsible of an illegal poison dispensary to have a first aid kit. See what's in there. You got an item, gauze pad. You got an item, activated charcoal briquette. Weird symbols are carved into one of the floor tiles. Just like the ones outside, huh? Want somewhere else? Sure. Wander. The elderly man with thick glasses shuffles up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear, "Operator, operator, get my worthless son on the line." Cough, mister, I'm not a payphone. That's what the last payphone said, and I'm not buying it. Let me talk to my first slug-in-er son. Bzz, bzz, bzz. I'm sorry, sir. The line is busy. Please try again later. Bah. Probably gabbling with one of his floozy girlfriends. He shuffles away angrily. Bleh. So are you new? You are new in Ocean City? Your first time at it? That's right, yeah. What things have you got of it? Well, to be honest with you, it seems a little run down. Yes, Gabby understands you. It was much nicer before an economy happened. Lots of people, very excitement. Oh, have you seen the boardwalk yet? It's like a cat wearing pajamas. What? It has games there and a future teller. Well, that does sound like a cat wearing pajamas. Go check it out. Tony Fiasco hat photography. You're not sure if the lamppost is holding up the hobo or vice versa. Hi there, I'm Thea. Well, hey there, pleased to meet you, Thea. I'm Dusty. I can see that. Yup, I meet a lot of new people in my travels, so I got my name embroidered on my shirt for convenience. So what are you up to? No, nothing much, just hanging around. Was gonna run a 3-card Monte down here on the boardwalk, but it didn't pan out. Why not? Well, There's a fellow already running a game down the way, and I prefer not to step on his toes. Just a matter of professional courtesy, you see. I see. And also because carnies get real scary about that kind of thing. And I ain't looking to be murdered anytime soon. Anyway, yeah, I can help? Well, that's real kind of you. I was thinking of looking for a different corner. Can you spare a nickel for a cup of joe? Oh, to get my feet moving? Sure. Thanks, lady. You're a real good egg. She gives you a jaunty wave and wanders off. Alright. Fortune teller tent. Complain about the price. You enter the dimly lit tent to see a teenage girl dressed as an old woman sitting at a velvet draped table. She points at the sign on the table that says tarot readings 50 me. 50 me? It is a little steep, isn't it? I could buy 7 and 64th gallons of gas for that much. He stares at you and points at the sign again. The sign on the door says Tony Fiasco Hat Photography. You enter the photographer who's busily adjusting a complicated looking camera on a tripod, gestures to a nearby wastebasket without looking around. If it's more bills, there's my inbox. Hello? Oh, you ain't the jumpin' Jehoshaphat. Baby, where have you been all my life? Excuse me? That face. That's exactly the face I've been looking for. It's perfect. Thanks, I've grown rather attached to my face. Hey, you're funny too, baby. I love you. You're incredible. Listen, do you know who I am? The sign on the roof said Tony Fiasco Hat Photographer. That's right, baby. That's exactly right. And soon, I'm gonna be the biggest hat photographer in the world. In the city. No, the country. No, the world. But there's something I need first. A face? A portfolio. And you know what I need? Before I got a portfolio? A face. Your face, baby. Well, don't say no. Don't you dare say no, baby. Listen, it's easy. All you gotta do is stroll in here wearing a hat, and all I gotta do is take a photograph of that hat, and then we're both gonna be rich. Rich? Me with a portfolio, and you with the 30 meat I'm gonna pay you for every picture. Huh, well, gotta be different hats, though. Gotta be a different hat every time. I can't pay you nothing for the same hat twice. Got it? How about this hat? Okay. How about this hat? What is that, an uncursed fedora? Perfect, I love it. Click. Here's your meat, baby. You spend it in good health and come back soon, okay? Do I have any more hats? No, I just have a turtle. I could wear a turtle as a hat? Can't I? No? Okay. A grouchy-looking guy is standing under the shade of this tiny building eaves. Talk to him. He glares at you silently. The privatized healthcare station. Flute music is the best. Games of skill, test your everything. No thanks. Well, not with an attitude. Not with that attitude, you won't. What? If you're bored of the boardwalk, you can always walk away. Show me the map. Howdy, miss. My name's Conway North. I ain't been able to find any work in town. Any chance you could spare 3 meats so I could buy some caviar? I'd be real grateful. Caviar? Not just say a sandwich? Well, aim high, I figure. I don't know what I'd call 3 meat caviar, but it isn't aiming high. Sure. Thanks a heap, miss. You're a real good egg. No problem. Bye. Fridge factory. You notice a pile of yellowish-white grit in the middle of the road. You catch a whiff of it and identify it as muscle corn. It must have fallen off a truck and then been run over by a series of different trucks. It's powerful stuff. You shouldn't let it go to waste. Collect it. You carefully separate the corn from the asphalt. It's like separating wheat from chaff, but with a more modern spin on it. Powerful grit. Continue to your destination. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, that's it for this recording. Have a wonderful day.